and give an alternative. So it is indeed, so all them journalists and all them miseducated. That's why, I tell all education is a key, I do a budget because I own a company, so I have to do a budget for my company. How much I need if I'm thinking of any expansion and thing. And also within the budget, I think I forecasted how much I think I'm going to earn based on previous figures. But the opposition cannot do that. Cannot. So it's kind of stupid and uneducated for any journalist coming to come talk the bullshit about the opposition, they're not present. The opposition, two spokesmen on the contribution of the budget directly pointed a projection of growth. It was mainly based on growth. The board speech was mainly based on the growth in the country. Because we have been stagnant for 15 years. And they can't dispute that. What we are seeing in this last two speech, both from the Prime Minister and the you have to understand it's an election year. So they have to come with all sort of something now. It's technically at them campaign time now, After outlining our budget, really, the first day, what she came with Tuesday was strictly another campaign static and trying to make which is the responsibility, trying to make the PNP look stupid and bad. You have to understand politics. Is the PNP don't have another chance inside that parliament to go back and critique what they are saying and defend themselves.
That's what the press conference there.
So the PNP have to take another ground to get their views out, to make the public understand exactly what they are doing.
Sorry, beg a second. Me hear me then ask when this little idiot man come a minute on the Prime Minister run with the NIR as well? Go party with the NIR. At the PNP made the NIR the only time the NIR dip in the last 39 years. Under the Jamaica Liver Party 2007 to 2012. The only time from 1989 from the NIR from minus 500 million left it at 2.3 billion in 2017, 2007. Only time a dip under the JLP. So we don't know about the NIR. The PNP never go in the NIR. The PNP build NIR. Them idiots come from them fools and sometimes we just can't bother listen them and garbage, man. Can't you know?
Yeah, but you see, again, is they are on a campaign, You have to remember, they are set out on a campaign. So you won't get away from that. Because you are in an election here and everybody's out campaigning. As I said, the only place the PNP has no for campaign is on a platform. They have to do their campaign on the outside. And people have to remember, again, I don't think that the average person know what is about budget. Because the budget is just a spending plan, that outlining and your income, expenses, and others financial goal like savings and debt payment. Every business has to do a budget. Every country has to do a budget. But it's only the person. For a company or organization, is that the budget is also made by the accountant or the financial controller of the company. At the head of the company, in a management meeting, this is passed to the management, which has a chance to sit and to disagree and agree how they move for the company move forward. You see where a government run. So all the opposition is going to decide a spending plan on behalf of the government. Tell me the opposition will do that. Can't. They can only critique it or make a contribution how they think they can, or better they think they could do as a government with the resources you guys have collected. So we just need to educate our nation and let them understand this is a garbage. I'm tired of hearing it. Me lie down last night and hear it over from platform to platform. Oh, the PNP never have no figures. They not tell how they go. What figures you want? I don't understand what figures they want.
It's not a budget, it's an outlook.
It's an outlook. A presentation, how I think my government will do, and what some of the things we are thinking of we would do.
But this is what I'm showing, people, and what we need to do on these platforms is educate people, because when they sit on them platform and them talk, I'm going to present a budget and I'm figure to it and this and that, and one of them right with it, and you're sitting there, you're like, you really understand, is these the people that you really want to be enlightening people, right? Because I'm listening to them, Dina, and I did not hear not one of them said, no, man, no, I'm not budget. They keep running with it. Mark Golden did not present a figure for him budget. And this is just like, really, that's a level of intelligence that you have to have. Right? Because it is just, there is no way in this world that the opposition make a budget. It's always the government make the budget. And which part of that you can't understand? Yeah?
But Cosmo, what the opposition, what this Minister of Finance did on Tuesday, again was oh, you're going to Education Nation, you're telling them damn foolishness. But the presentation the PNP made is going back to FinSAC. Again, you know.
Oh, you have to say that. I say intelligent. Jesus, peace. And then Mr. Watching, you know, and turn everything and tell him, say, this is why I live it.
And then by the night, I don't go on certain if I live again because it's.
And by night, you can run with it.
I hear them and Shami and live with it the following day. Oh, we're going back to FinSAC. I hear them and squid. When they squid here when you won here last night.
I'm going to go debunk them with them garbage and run them with them foolishness, man.
Dino, so why they not release a report? I think that report.
Exactly.
They can't.
Let me ask them.
They can't. But that's the reason why that's the reason why they redactive. They let some of them release erase the name them out of it.
Yeah.
But that's it. Right.
Because you know the reason with couple people where they never decide where they are going to vote or what. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And listen to you know what the people and say, okay, you talk about 70s, but you're not talking about 80s, but you talk about 90s. Why you sleep about the 80s?
Right, because
they sleep about the 80s.
Stupid.
Yeah, one of them the something. She's talking, and that's why I say and that's why I said there's a certain time when I hear some of them talk, right? And when I'm on a platform and them talking, I don't answer them because it don't make no sense to answer somebody that don't know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And one of them wanted to, she was saying that it was PJ, when PJ coming up and something, and PJ suppressed the dollar. PJ suppressed the dollar, and Bruce Cullen come on and say, you can't do that and says you have to give dollar, it real value and this and that. And I'm like, are you silly? It's PNP, we bring the free market with the dollar. Because the dollar was being suppressed under Edward Siaga in the 80s.
The dollar was overvalued under Siaga.
Right? The dollar was being suppressed. Because the true value of the dollar was being suppressed. That's the reason why they held the dollar.
You have to understand the capitalist world.
Mm-hmm.
In the 70s, the dollar was 75 cents to one. The then capitalist world.
Hold on, Dina. Hold on. In the 60s, when the dollar was being backed, it was being backed by an industry that we inherited.
No, not the 60s. No, the dollar.
Hold on. The pound. It was being backed by an industry that we inherit from England.
British. It's British. Right? It's a British.
In the 70s, that industry was when we changed over to the dollar in the 70s, we still have part of that industry going on.
Yeah.
So we had things to back the money at the time. In the 80s, right? In the 80s, we basically did sell out, or we did have to sell out and somewhere else, right? So we did not have no real productive economy going on in the 80s. And the Siaga, because
let's just go back to the 70s, Cosmo. What caused the dollar to slide in the 70s? It wasn't totally production, because our production was higher than any other time in the world.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to us is that the capitalist world convinced Michael Manley through the IMF that if you devalue your dollar, more people come from abroad to invest in your country. Because in other words, we come with $1 million, we have 3 million.
At the time was
so it saw that Manley bite into it. Omar Davis come and tell after a while, say, listen, that trick that our capitalists were working on us, but if you devalue your dollar each time, you attract more investors. Not working. Because we have seen it for so many years and how many investors came.
Yeah.
So Omar decided, so we're going to build this one. We're going to stop the foolishness. We don't tell you about, do you keep devaluing your dollar? And then Michael started a free market system. In other words, he was trying to please the private sector, because the private sector is the person who will bring you down, you know. They helped with the CIA to bring him down in the 70s. So this is a different pathway. Different pathway each other. When you get the private sector, the free hand, they were in charge of, they were making the decision on the US dollar. They weren't any better. It's all about a self-agreed, everybody going for themselves.
But when I listen to them, some of them, it just showed the level of knowledge that them have about the politics. So this don't make no sense if you try to talk to them. Because them just take something where somebody tell them.
Cosmo, every time they talk about FinSac, me just say, why not release the report? You say Squid, me look on Squid and I say, Squid, if you pay 200 million for a report, the expect a report, you say yes. Me nobody has asked no more questions. The world then start running upon like that. A transcript, me say, listen me. I did not pay for a transcript. Me pay for a report.
But the transcript don't have no information in there that you can use.
No, the report
the transcript, everything. The transcript is...
Cosmo get the $100, you which I get the $50.
Everything was redacted. It makes no sense. It's like
sense to release the transcript.
Release the damn report. If you don't say Mark Gold and Bond to take him money, release report, I could know Uncle Mark Gold and Bond don't get money from it. One here is a people.
Mark Gold did not get no money from it.
No, that's not what them say. It's what we did then come. But as I say, through that then come every day. Release the full report because we all who see how
Mark Gold not get no money from FinSac. Mark Gold Darren Bunting and Golden benefited from the down failure of the other banks that were affected.
By buying up some debt. Buying up and an investment that you didn't get give money.
And there's nothing illegal in that.
Of course.
What the GLP's beating on that is a Billy Craig situation. But the Billy Craig it was open to all the banks who wanted to buy, you know.
Exactly. So the mark
you know.
Come here. You start come here.
DB&G is only one of the company, one of the banks in Jamaica who had capital.
Because they weren't affected at
DB&G wasn't a bank.
DBG had money.
They wasn't
They
a
could
bank.
purchase and they could also lend the government money.
It was an investment house, not a bank. Come here. They mean investment.
Yeah. But in terms of financials, they were a financial institution.
Yeah, we understand all of that, but they was one of the institutions who had capital. Because remember, DB&G opened in 1992. So they was freshly capitalized. So they had money. So if you have money and you're in business, you're going to capitalize on business. Didn't Leachin capitalize on the acquisition of the NCB group?
And listen, when I don't see, I come and say, Mark Golden is an architect of FinSac. I say, then if Mark was an architect of FinSac, Mark Golden was the greatest man. Because FinSac was a great thing. FinSac make people like me get back my money. Because me have $70,000. Then me hear open discussion come. You Richard, you lie. Me hear you say you will lose money in a FinSac. Who will me forget money if you lose in a FinSac? I $70,000 in my bank book and me get it back. Him saying you hear me say me lose millions and say FinSac. Me. I mean, I sell them. But they fool, they can't fool about. They feel, hey, listen, me, better than let the FinSac report. And every argument they can win. They need to leave the FinSac report. Every time they talk it out, it embarrass them. Release the damn report. If they're going to election with it, we have an election campaign. And the owners release the FinSac report. Make a tip for where me.
Cosmo, Jamaica move from pound to dollars on the 8th of September 1969. Yeah. And another thing again, Michael Manley had no alternative to liberalize the economy after 1989.
It was a sign-off deal.
Because of the signing of the Washington Consensus.
Why Edward Seager 1984-85.
Exactly.
And he refused to install it because he knew what was the consequence.
Exactly.
And that's why I advised Michael Manley not to. Because he knows that he not have money in the NIR and the IMF say the same thing. IMF say when they pressure Jamaica to go liberalize the economy, the dollar, and never have anything, it was a bad idea for the IMF. But the IMF forced us to do what we can do. We get a broke country. Jamaica not even $100 US in the bank. BOJ. Now, remember them time, you know, we just send money from foreign to in an envelope, yeah? And we used to get the money and we go sell it on the black market. We never carry money go bank. And we never want to Western Union and money grab them time there. You see one register slip come in your yard, and you get the register slip, you sign pan with the ID, you go, you get the envelope, you post the envelope, you hold a US dollar in it. You take US dollar and you go to a local man on the roadside and say, you might buy that at $5.50. When the US dollar say the $5.50, we get a $10 fee. Anybody can remember that. We get a $8 and $7 fee when a $5.50 bank again. So nobody name when you get full money, we go sell full money. We not send them money to $5.50. We never get the $5.50. Because we used to go to the bank and get the envelope, we tear the envelope and we see the US them in the envelope. Then we go to the little money now and then pay with $7, $8 and $9 fee. We never get the $5.50 fee. So although them, that's why no money never in the bank. Because his dollar was $5.50, but when we get to US, we are selling for more than that. So no money never in a BOJ. But guess what? The Eagle them did have money for Eagle they could have money for Panama and Curacao. Then remember them something there. That's Mr. Siaga say $50 Eagle then can carry out. Then remember them something there. Because I want to sleep out the 80s. The 80s, everybody in Jamaica hibernate out the 80s. Nobody remember the 80s.
Go back to Fairville Williams, man. On her spreadsheet yesterday morning. She put a spreadsheet between the JLP and the PNP, which she using the same tax package, which is 900 billion both sides. And she's trying to say, well, all right, subtract all of the PNP said they will do from the 900 billion by giving back the PNP did not say you're going to give back the $11 billion to the NHT.